So we don't need general intelligence. We need something beyond intelligence. And
so the AI is going to be so powerful that it's going to be powerful than the combined IQ of the entire planet.
So in that world, how can we compete against that technology which is billion times more intelligent than us? That's what we'll discover and uncover in this podcast.
How will AI be in 2027? Let's start with 2027.
30 to 40% of the jobs that we see right now will not be existent.
Okay.
90% of the code, whatever the code that we do in every department, in every company, will be written by AI. And we will also see a mini disaster happening because of AI. It could create something, or it could just create a situation that could hurt humanity a little bit. There is a possibility that we could experience Chernobyl nuclear plant disaster. So that is going to happen in the next 5 years. So 6 people are controlling decisions that is going to impact 8 billion lives. These people write like $50 billion checks to governments, and governments listens to them. Sam Altman said there is a 25% chance that AI could eradicate humanity. And Elon Musk says it's 30%. The man who literally said no AI for a decade is in the race now. And you are asking, let's say, how safe is it? And he says, we don't know.
Avinash, welcome to the Greater Than podcast.
Thanks a lot, Suren, for inviting me.
I am super excited. I want to ask this question first.
Yeah.
Why should anyone watch this episode?
Wow. Amazing. So in the last 3.5 years, me and my team have researched a lot about AI, at least 100 to 200 research papers read. And in fact, I was able to write this book, and I just bought it for you.
How to win with AI.
Yeah.
Okay.
So while writing this book, we've discovered something that is not being told in the general market. People were saying all good things about AI, but what we've discovered is also there is otherwise possibility. For example, literally 6 people are controlling decisions that is going to impact 8 billion lives right now as we speak. By 2030, we will have an AI with an IQ which is more than combined intelligence of humanity. Just to keep this in perspective, let's say we have 10 billion people by 2030. And average IQ 100 is 10,000 billion IQ. So our average IQ is 100, let's say 200, and we are going to compete against a technology which have an IQ of 10,000 billion. Not 1 billion, not 1 billion, but 10,000 billion. So AI is going to make, just like machines replaced muscle, AI is going to replace intelligence. So we don't need general intelligence. We need something beyond intelligence. And
so the AI is going to be so powerful that it's going to be powerful than the combined IQ of the entire planet. And by when is this going to happen?
2030, according to Elon Musk and Sam Altman.
2030.
Yeah.
Now you're really scaring everyone who's watching this, and even me also.
So in that world, how can we compete against that technology which is billion times more intelligent than us? That's what we'll discover and uncover in this podcast.
Okay, you went to 2030, but I really want to pause it and slow it down. Okay, let's start. Okay, let's start with 2027.
Okay.
How will AI be in 2027? Let's start with 2027.
2027. I think by 2027, we'll have an AI's IQ at around, let's say, 400-500. That means 30 to 40% of the jobs that we see right now will not be existent.
Okay.
90% of the code, whatever the code that we do in every department, in every company, will be written by AI. And we will also see a mini dystopian experiment or let's say a mini disaster happening because of AI. It could create something, or it could just create a situation that could hurt humanity a little bit. And
can you give me an example what can happen according to you? Maybe it will never happen, but you need to give me an example. What do you mean by
it? And it will never happen. But there is a possibility that we could experience Chernobyl, the Ukraine, factory, nuclear plant disaster. Something like that could happen by 2030 if we don't control the policy of developing AI and if we don't make AI safe. So that is going to happen in the next 5
So
years.
that is in the hands of the 6 people who control AI.
6 people, not even governments. These
I know.
people write like $50 billion checks to governments, and governments listens to them.
Okay, these are 6 people who control the whole AI.
Yeah.
If correctly not done, something like a Chernobyl kind of incident can happen. And you're saying it can happen before 2030.
2030.
So 2027 self, you can see some signs of it.
Some signs of it, and the mini disasters happening, like, let's say a bank getting hacked by the person who is using AI effectively, the finance systems going down, stock markets going down, some disasters as sorts. Right now, the IQ of AI is approximately 120. It is more intelligent than most of the humanity already.
Which means average human being
100, 120.
Yeah, so it's already intelligent there. But 2 years from now, where will it be? You say
it will be at 400-500.
400-500.
Yeah.
That is better than any other human being in the planet.
It's like you're getting someone as intelligent as someone who won Nobel Prize, and as cheap as your minimum wage, and you get billions of them just like at your will. So you're
saying that certain people, when they have that power in hand, there's a possibility they will misuse for certain things.
Yes.
That's the catastrophe you're talking.
Or AI realizes it is more intelligent than the most intelligent people, human on the planet Earth, and it could also do something that we don't want. Just like a fly. Fly has an IQ of, let's say, 10 or 2, and we have an IQ of 100. How do we treat a fly?
Yeah.
We will do anything, and it can't do anything about it. It could happen in that setting also.
I know, but
and this is not coming from me. Godfather of AI, 50 years of AI development. He was the man who invented AI literally of some sort. All the AI revolution started by him. Worked at Google DeepMind, came out of the Google DeepMind. Is starting AI is risky. He started to talk AI is risky. Godmother of women, godmother of AI, who is the woman who is the most powerful in the world of AI, starts to talk about AI safety. There are at least 100 people with decades of experience in AI coming out right now and talking about AI safety, and everyone is saying the same thing. That the rate at which the AI is getting developed is super unsafe, and if we can't control, disasters might happen pretty faster than what we are thinking.
Okay, now 2027 you told me, Avinash. Now you said, why should people watch this episode?
Yeah.
Now tell me, who should watch this episode?
I think everyone.
Till the end.
Yeah, every single one. It could be a working professional, a student, a coach, a business owner, anyone who wants to understand and map out their next 10 years, in the world where AI is going to be a dominant power. So anyone who wants to map out, especially, working professionals, business owners and coaches, we can concentrate.
Okay. Now you said 2027. Let's go to 2030. Let's fast forward 5 years from now. 2030.
So 2030, as I said, we will see a major disaster happening, and it could solve small health health diseases also, like a solution for diabetes, a solution for all of this. Not very big, but not like cancer and all, but a small health solutions will be there, and we'll realize there is in the same object of AI, we have infinite positive things, and we'll also see infinitely risky and bad things also happening in the same time, and we'll be confused whether to do it or not do it. And we'll have AI, which is probably more intelligent than combined intelligence. That means we are looking at least 25% people being unemployed at this point of time. That just to keep that in perspective, Great Depression of US, unemployed only 12% of people. And 2030, if we don't have right policies and upskilling methods at a country level, we will have 25% jobs lost just in the next 6 years.
So that will be extremely disruptive for the most people, and
most people, yes.
They have no clue what they're going to do for money.
Yeah.
They lose jobs, right?
Exactly. So, and UBI doesn't work. Like Elon Musk and all of them talks about UBI, but I'm sure behind the doors he also don't agree with it, because he's saying it because the world has to accept.
What is UBI? Can you tell?
UBI is Universal Basic Income. That means you lost the job, government will pay you for your lifestyle expenses.
That doesn't happen in India anyway.
In the world also. The reason is, when was the last time we saw the wealth going to the top 20 people in the country, and those people are actually giving away money in terms of taxes to just donate money? That is impossible in the capitalistic world.
Yeah.
So that won't happen. So Yeah, that's the...
So 25% people you're predicting based on all the models you're seeing, all the research you've done, by 2030
if not taken care about the policies, if the policies were implemented, if governments comes in, do something about it, there is a possibility to probably only get to 10% if right policies were there.
Okay, that's 2030. Okay, let's fast forward 10 years, 2035. What do you think will happen in 2035?
Okay. Yeah, there are two possibilities. If we still exist, which I think we should...
You said if we still exist. Did you say that, or did I heard it wrongly?
I've said it because the builders of AI, Elon Musk and Sam Altman to be specific. Sam Altman said there is a 25% chance that AI could eradicate humanity. It could delete humanity altogether. 25% chance. And Elon Musk says it's 30%. The man who literally said no AI for a decade is in the race now. And it's like there is a nuclear power plant. Let's imagine there's a nuclear power plant in our city. And you as a concerned, citizen of the city or the state, you, let's say, meet the chief engineer and, want to understand the safety of this entire, power plant. And you are asking, let's say, how safe is it? And he says, we don't know. And if he says, did you think about any safety precautions? We've thought about it, but we don't have any safety precautions. We're just building the nuclear power plant. How would we feel? That's exactly happening. The builders themselves don't know that how to secure it and do it safely. And they're publicly coming out and saying that, we don't know what will happen. It's a singularity of sorts. And governments are just allowing it. And 6 people are controlling the future lives of 8 billion people that we didn't even sign up for. There is a 25% chance that humanity is deleted. And there is a 75% chance that we see abundance in every area of our life. And there is all great things, golden age and stuff like that. So now tell me, are they asking our consent? If they do something, it's not their company getting deleted or their company facing the losses. It's entire humanity that's going to face the loss. And how? 2 ways. Either AI could turn back to ourselves. No, it's, turn back and do some stuff. Or it could be the users who are villains using AI against other people. Like they could create a disease with AI and create a next pandemic, and we will not even know about it. And there are multiple possibilities that could happen.
So out of the 6 people who control 8 billion people through AI, 2 people said 25%, 130% chance by 2035, humanity has a probability of getting extinct. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's what they're saying.
It is scary, but I tend to disagree.
Yeah.
That's what people said when we had nuclear bombs, right? Nuclear bombs, you have one crazy man to just press one button and the whole world will get into chaotic World War IV or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I still believe sanity exists.
Yeah.
And we won't do such stupid mistakes.
I know.
And some measures will come in to control these 6 people so that what they can do, what they cannot do will happen.
Yeah.
That's my belief.
I agree. But the only difference between a nuclear, bomb or, AI is a nuclear, nuke can't decide for itself.
Correct.
A human should take a decision. But here in the world of AI, it is an intelligence that could actually take decisions on its own. If it decides to do something against humanity, it pretty well can do it. And if it understands with a little bit of consciousness that I am more intelligent than any human, and in fact every human combined, why will it not do that?
But you just said, no, if it gets a little conscious, but I don't think AI will ever get conscious. No, it still operates on your algorithm, on data, which it pulls in. Of course, it does it faster than anybody's available. I understand, correct? The human IQ, it's going to be multiples of it, which I am surely agreeing the way it's growing, no doubt. But still,
it doesn't have heart to feel.
Yeah, it doesn't have emotion, right? It doesn't have conscience, right? How will it do it? That's my question.
It doesn't have to have a heart to understand that it is the most intelligent human being or most intelligent technology that could disrupt everyone and just be in that world where it is being abused. The consciousness is not at a heart level. It's at just understanding, realizing its intelligence, realizing its IQ. That's it.
But even if it realizes that IQ, that it's faster than anyone else available, but why would it do it is my question.
It could be a bug. Maybe it don't want to do it, but it could be a bug. Just like, every app that we develop has bugs. Like when humans does, they create bugs, and that bug could do this, no?
Okay.
Yeah, a bug in a system where we are giving a permission to decide for itself. Yeah, if there are no right policies, if there are no right tracking mechanisms, I really think there will be a point where the military personnel of the countries will be in these labs, sitting with these developers, checking every line of the code to see if everything is going on a right way or not. So I think
let's understand a scenario. Let's say AI is developed to a point where it runs a nuclear plant.
Yeah.
Okay. You're saying what is possible that it will run seamlessly. What if there is a bug?
Yes.
And instead of doing this, it does something else.
Yeah.
And it crashes, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
So that's a scenario,
Yeah.
correct? Or somebody who's a maniac knows how to use AI and does that crash wantedly. Both possibilities is possible.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're saying that is a very realistic possible by 2035. It can happen if we don't do some checks right now.
Yeah.
Some policies right now where the government comes in and checks these 6 people.
Yeah. And the best, not best part, but the part we have to also look at here is we're only talking about the mental AI right now. What if it gets body, humanoids? Elon Musk is promising that there will be 1 million robots in just 4 or 5 years, and his $1 trillion pay package is dependent upon that 1 million robots delivery. What if there are robots who has the brain of AI and walking with us, being with us, working in the same company, and then unfortunately have a bug and do a disaster? Not wantedly, but it could happen unwantedly.
So like that possibility also is there.
That possibility is also there. There, like, a lot of robots can be in our own workplaces.
Okay, now that you're talking and telling us and scaring me by telling so many facts, you said 6 people are controlling 8 billion people through this AI, right? Can you tell me what are these 6 people building right now?
Few thousand years of ago, there is a king that kind of meditated and did a lot of things and, got in touch with gods. And he asked a thing to be, done. And the thing that he asked for the gods is, whatever I touch, it has to be gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's called Midas touch.
Midas touch, yeah.
Yeah. And then he went, he first wanted to do something, and he tested with touching table. Turned out to be gold. Chair turned out to be a gold. Then he got hungry. And then he went to apple. Apple turned out to be gold. He got thirsty. Water touched, turned out to be gold. And he can't drink, eat anything. And he went to his daughter. Daughter turned out to be the gold. Wife turned out to be the gold. So whatever he's touching, it's becoming gold. And few years later, or maybe months later, he killed himself out of devastation, and there is no food. That's exactly what's happening in the world of AI right now.
Okay.
Everything that 6 people are touching is becoming gold. But isn't that greedy to build an AI that is known unsafe, and they're coming out and saying it's unsafe, and they don't have a solution for it? And few people are even saying that they don't know how AI is working, yet it's working and we know it will work. They don't know the backend mechanism a lot of times on how this is able to give this level of answers with 100% accuracy. And they don't even know if it turns out to be against us, what is the safety precaution? That's the greed that these people are operating. And unfortunately, in one way it's right for them, but in other way, this 8 billion people didn't sign up for the risk that they are putting this 8 billion people in. Without, picking names, I think this is what is happening.
Which means the government or somebody should intervene, right?
Yeah.
Which means should put some checks.
Yeah. And
these guys have no idea where will it lead.
Yeah.
And they also come out and open saying that it is not safe to a certain extent. We don't know certain things. We don't know how it will play out.
Yeah.
These 6 people are saying, right?
Yeah.
So
and government can't do it.
Who should put a stop? Who should put checks here?
No one can't. That's the problem. You as a president have a dinner table conversation with 20 technical, founders and ask how much you're donating. 10, $100 billion, amazing. $50 billion, amazing. This is literally giving checks to government so that they'll not, come to you and ask you to stop the development.
So these are people who fund a lot of politicians and run governments and elections.
Yeah,
so
these are
nobody's
more
going to
powerful
question.
than presidents.
So they're more powerful than presidents. So they have a free hand.
Yeah.
And literally they do not have complete control of what they're creating.
Yeah.
Which will lead us where we don't know.
Yeah.
That's where we
That's singularity, like black hole.
Yeah.
What happens in black hole, no one figured it out. Even physics doesn't work in black hole.
Yeah.
And now we are entering to that era where world have not seen something like that. You built a technology that could decide for itself and that could, let's say you build something in rocketry, right? Let's say the innovation that you did in the rocketry cannot work in, let's say developing an app. So it's there. It can only work in the rocketry and aeronautical engineering space. But AI is like a general layer. If you develop this, it can work in medicine, it work in engineering, it work in rocketry, everything. That's what we are building, and you are not doing this safe. So if you build a wrong technology in the rocketry, maybe one rocket could fail or one flight could have a disaster.
That can be stopped. But here what you're doing is you're building the foundation layer, which is not with checks and balances. Because it's like that, we don't know where it can lead. That's the scary part.
And they are saying the story that if we don't do it, China will do it. If we don't do it, Russia will do it. But the thing is, who wants to risk their country with unpredictability?
Yeah.
They also don't want it.
Yeah.
But because they're not stopping, these people are not stopping. And at least I don't feel they should stop, but they should slow down and take this in a very safe manner.
Which means they need to pause to really understand how this is working and how to really build it safe.
Yeah. And 6 months is what Elon Musk asked, every AI company to pause. And no one paused. And then after not getting great response for this request, he started XAI. And then now he's in the game.
Okay, now the 6 people, will that 6 become 8, 10, 12? Or it will be only 6?
I think it will be 2, 3 very soon.
Which means they'll start collaborating with each other. And
could be collaborating or eat each other.
Merger acquisition.
Yeah, merger acquisition. Or maybe they'll just go, companies will run out of the funds and the big 2, big 3 could just run the thing.
Now tell me, will India ever become top 6, 8, 10? Is it possible according to you?
I don't want India to be in this top 6 this way.
Yeah, okay.
But in one way, we should have our own model. If governments can create ISRO-like organization for building AI model, understand AI is a potentially $100 trillion opportunity 20 years, 50 years down the line. If they understand, if we create a model, that's like crazy. I think
the reason you're saying like ISRO is because there's still freedom to do what? It's an independent body.
Yeah.
So you need that freedom.
Yeah.
But also the guidelines are clearly set.
Yeah.
So that way they don't go haywire.
Exactly.
That's a great combination, right?
Yeah.
Then really we can create something really great.
Exactly. Like I'm sure if the Prime Minister of the country goes and asks a couple of amazing, talented people to work for their own country and give back to the country and match their pay packages and tell you have all the things in the world, I think at least 2 out of 20, 30 big CEOs in the AI space can come back to the country and work for us.
Yep.
And then you start something like ISRO, but for AI.
Okay, that's a great thought you're putting, Avinash. Let's put it out there. Let's see what happens, because it's not the race I want to run in, but I really think if we put a little heart and build it the right way, it can be a great boon to the whole humanity.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
And the 6 people, God help us, man. God help us. That's all we can say. You're 26 years old.
Yeah.
Just 26. Avinash is 26. How did this start?
So, when I was 18, it's 2018, my father is on the verge of bankruptcy. 30 lakh rupees of loan, called and cried once, and I never saw my father cried. I never saw him crying in my entire life. So that was the moment I thought of dropping out. of the college and I dropped out of the college. Before that, I started affiliate marketing and other small businesses, and I have a loss of 5 lakh rupees. As an 18-year-old, I have 5 lakh rupees loan on my mom's credit card, dad's credit card, and I took loans from every family member just to start businesses. When I don't know that my father is already in the debt. So then I started a couple of more businesses, 5 lakhs lost again. So finally, imagine 4 backlogs, 10 10 lakh rupees loan, and college dropout, and father has 30 lakh rupees loan. I don't know what to do. Then I saw Kylie Jenner, Instagram, all the popularity and stuff. Then I started Instagram marketing agency where I used to help e-commerce brands and e-commerce entrepreneurs to build their presence on Instagram, to grow their followers and make money through Instagram through the presence. I used to manage their pages. So that's how it started. For 1.5 years, 1 year, it went very good. From zero revenue, we went almost to 20 lakh rupees a month and cleared all the debt. 6 months, I made 80 lakhs once, and then I was on Times of India, Indian Express, all of that. So that was the point when I decided to drop out.
That was 2018.
This is 2018.
Okay.
Yeah. 2018, 2019. So I dropped out partially before, like I was just not going to college and did all of this. I officially dropped out after making money from this. So then in 2019 we started this, and 2021 everything is good, but 2021 Bitcoin crashed. So it slowly, steadily from e-commerce, we did the same on Twitter and Instagram for cryptocurrency clients. So 80% of our revenue is coming from cryptocurrency clients, and that
these are people who are trading in crypto.
These are the people who are the founding members of cryptocurrency companies.
Okay.
So we just started it, and then crypto crashed. We did it for 6 months, and crypto crashed. So we went from 20 lakhs to 3-4 lakh rupees because we are concentrated only in one bucket. So then financially a low again. I have 10 members on my payroll already at that particular point of time. And then my uncle, who is brother of my father, unannounced, bought my grandmother, who is infected with COVID, to our home in 2021. It's a second wave. And 2 days later, we realized, and 14 days later, grandmother passed away. And mom and dad is serving her. And my father got out of COVID because he's 46 and double vaccinated. Unfortunately, my mom is 44 and not vaccinated because of the government rules at that point of time. And we lost her.
You lost your mother?
Mother at 8.
Second wave?
Yeah, in the second wave of COVID. I was 19.
I'm really sorry, man.
So this is a turnout point for me. I felt like I lost everything again. Like, I kind of made it little, out of the financial debt, made some money, people are on my payroll, and then I lost 2 people in like 2 weeks period. My father is also on the verge, but then luckily we got him out, somehow. So that is the point. 2 days before just my mom passing away, she gave me one advice. I know you're in financial stress. You're making rich people rich, working with big clients. You're concentrated with only 5 to 10 clients at any point of time. Instead of doing this, do something for the masses. She told all of this in the local language in a different context, but I understood this. So from then I was like, if I could add value and do something for the middle class Indian or anyone in the world, they will be with me for life. I'm now not trying to get projects done. I am thinking of getting breakthroughs and transformations done somehow. So, but I'm only 19, 20, I don't know, probably 21 at that point of time. I don't know what to do. Then one AI tool called Playground, which is the initial product of OpenAI before ChatGPT. I used that tool to write blog posts, SEO optimized blog posts, and delivered $1,000 per month kind of projects for US audience.
This you're sitting at home. I want to pause it here. Yeah. First, I want to take a moment to say a big thank you to your mom.
Yeah.
For inspiring you to get started in this journey, because thanks to you today, thousands of people you're impacting by the work you're doing. Wherever the lady is, I'm sure she's super happy and proud of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because in life, certain things happen.
Yeah.
When we look back, it changes the trajectory of your life, right?
True.
At that time, it might have been your worst low, but that changes the trajectory of your life. I think that was your mother, and big thanks to that amazing soul for giving that timely guidance, which has changed the trajectory of your life.
Yeah.
Now tell me, so you started that one
AI tool, used AI tool called Jasper and Playground, and delivered this, services to international clients. 6 months in, we went back to our original revenue. So this is probably in 2022, just before ChatGPT's release. So just to deliver, in the process of delivering these projects, I got 250 prompt library. So I thought of selling these prompts to general market who wants to use it to write content and stuff like that, and recorded 3 videos explaining how to use Playground and how to use my prompt library. Before I even realized to scale it as a career option and stuff like that, I thought it's a digital product. I might make 2-3 lakh rupees per month and stuff like that. I was anyway making 20-25 lakh rupees from this SEO projects and stuff. So then ChatGPT released. Mass marketing happened for AI. And then I met Siddharth. So because I met Siddharth, I understood there is a huge scope to convert this digital product as a course and sell it to the mass market in India also. So I really want to impact people and make them some money and show them a direction and show them the real possibilities with AI and real risks with AI. So then I thought of recording a course. I recorded it, and this is, I think, 2022 or 2023 January, I launched it. And 3 years later, almost 4.5 lakh people got into our classes some or other way. 80 plus countries, worked with brands like Perplexity, worked with brands like Fortune 500 companies with $10 billion AI budgets and stuff like that. So majority of our revenue comes from our AI agency, and secondary revenue also comes from our coaching and training business in the world of AI.
Because these are two things you do now, and impacting thousands of people and working with very big corporations. You mentioned Siddharth. Just for people watching this, Siddharth Rajshekar runs the largest community for digital coaches in the world. He helps people with knowledge to digitize and monetize by reaching to the masses and creating an impact. Thank you, Siddharth, for what do you do? Okay, now coming back to you now. Okay, now you scared us by telling what will happen in 2035. Now for people watching this episode, if they're just starting in AI or they have a little knowledge about AI, can you help us how to really use AI for our advantage? And let's start with working professionals first. If a working professional is watching, how do you use AI for that?
This works for everyone. Okay. It could be working professionals, business owners. If you're a human, this framework works. Okay. So that's what I feel. So I went on to depression when my mom thing happened, and one thing that helped me. So based on that one thing, I created an entire framework to see what's the safest way that we could prepare for this world where AI is being dominant, not just to survive, but to thrive. And I call this freedom with AI framework. The first thing I feel people should understand and kind of master is spirituality in the world of AI. Because AI can only give you what you ask for, but you should guide it and question it in a way that gets you the answer. That requires clarity, depth, and taste. Without that, you can't do it. And when I mean spirituality, I'm not talking about devotion. Devotion is one form of spirituality that worked for hundreds and thousands of years and works amazingly well for everyone. But and then there is also advanced level of spirituality where it's just ever ending. But when I mean spirituality, it's getting more conscious about your own self, understanding what you want and what you don't want and stuff like that. Let's say from unconscious stage of living life to consciously living life, from not having clarity on what you want and what you don't want to getting clarity on what you want, what you don't want, not having depth on what you, every time you take a decision, do you think a surface level or you think in depth instantaneously and take a call? Are you using brain or your heart? Are you using intuition or not? So this is the difference. If you could just probably slowly get into this realm of little bit of consciousness and spirituality, this is enough. Of course, the top 1% will always aim to be more spiritual and
we're not talking about that.
But not talking about that level of spirituality. But entry level of spirituality where people get this consciousness. So when you meditate literally for 5 minutes, you acknowledge every thought that you get. And that 5 minutes of meditation, probably an extended period of time, could give you that clarity. It could be meditation or it could be any ritual. It even could be a personality development program. I believe people should have few rituals to be spiritual and also personality development programs, because this personality development programs, Train the Trainer, Making the Stage, all the programs that I did with Success Gyan, kind of distilled decades into days for me. So for someone to understand something in themselves, it might take 10 years, and that happened with me for 5 days and 4 days in these programs. So that is also spirituality. Anything that will make you go inside out, not outside in, is spirituality, getting a lot of clarity. So what I do is, I do these personality development programs to understand myself, to grow and to upskill and stuff like that. And then I also have some rituals like meditation, gratitude journaling and stuff like that. So that will make me discover myself, right? It's not about the fears we have. It's not about the beliefs that we have. If we could understand who we are, that gives you so much clarity about life, and that clarity leads to depth. And when you take every decision in depth, like everything, small, large, and and with consciousness, you can ask amazing questions, not just to AI, but to yourself. More quality questions that you ask yourself with that depth and quality of thought that you have, and the emotion that you have, the state that you have, impacts everything. So if someone comes to me and asks spirituality or AI in the world of AI, I think people should be more conscious and spiritual than AI first.
So that's the first framework. And just to pause you, Avinash, I agree with you. Your quality of your life is determined by the quality of questions you ask yourself.
Amazing. Yeah.
That's rule number one. As simple as that.
Yes.
And that determines how you start thinking.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I always say is common sense is commonly missing today.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
People are very surface, and in a world which is running so fast, people don't pause and actually think.
True.
So for you, what you're saying spirituality ideally is, you go a little deeper, understand who you are, why you're doing what you're doing, what you actually want.
Yes.
What do you stand for?
Yeah.
Why do you behave in a certain way?
Yeah.
So if you start going a little deeper, and you're saying the combination should be some rituals plus personal growth programs, whatever can be done. Okay, now. So clarity is there.
Yeah.
Then you want to go depth. Okay, then.
So now, the reason why spirituality is important here is, if you're a builder of AI, when you're spiritual, when you're a leader, leading like 100-member team who is building AI, the quality of your work, the speed and the depth of what you do, the safety with which you develop AI is unimaginably amazing. So this is for the builders. Let's say for the users, you are taking the best advantage of the technology that we have. Lot of times people don't use the best of technologies even by 1%.
Which means we don't even the technology is there, but you don't know how to use it.
Exactly. And if you could be little more spiritual, you use the technology in the right way. You ask right questions to you and also to the technology. So that is helpful for the users and the builders of AI. And let's say 2035, world is very abundant. Everything is there. People lose purpose in abundance.
Correct.
Right? And you will use spirituality to find your purpose and to find what you want, what you don't want, even in that abundance world. Let's say things go very abrupt. We're all still there, but we were just laid off and no jobs to do. There is not real we were like struggling to make ends meet kind of a situation. For few people it will also happen, and you'll accept it, grow from that strength, and tell a different story to yourself, ask better questions. That also helps with spirituality. So if you're spiritual, no matter what stage you will be tomorrow or where you are right now, it will help in all facets and every way that you could imagine. This is the first step of the framework. Be more spiritual. Understand spirituality. Understand yourself. Understand consciousness. Point number 1 in the framework. Second step is, now when you're getting this consciousness and when you're getting more conscious and spirituality, that's when start to develop AI skill, right? And there are 4 layers of AI skills, right? Number 1, let's say there are like 2 categories, which is tools and prompts. Okay. Tools is like picking right tools, and then second one is writing right prompts. We'll talk about both the categories in the world of AI. But now let's double click on just the tools part. So there are 4 category of tools that everyone has to understand. The first layer is large language model layer. This is like your ChatGPTs and Geminis of the world, where 80% of your work will just be done by this. You don't need to go for 18 different tools just to get your basic conversation done. So you pick one large language model per week, test 4 or 5 and stick with one.
Which means you test 4 or 5, which one works for you, stick to one.
Stick to it.
So that's one.
That's layer number 1. Layer number 2 is your productivity layer. So beyond ChatGPT, there are like 4 or 5 tools that you could use to do your tasks. So understand there is a world of AI beyond ChatGPT. People don't discover anything apart from ChatGPT.
That's one you're talking to me. For me, I thought AI is only ChatGPT. So you're saying, okay, go one more level down.
One more level down. Okay. Understand what's possible, like essentially write down all of your tasks and ask consciously what are the tasks that you think AI could do with the experience you have with ChatGPT. Then you'll understand, I make 2 presentations a month for my webinar. Let's just do, Gamma. So you will discover something AI tool for using, building presentations. You got Gamma. Okay. So you want, let's say, you are not great at public speaking. You need a tool to help you at public speaking. You have a tool there. So you want to, like that way, you just try and dig deep in the world of AI to discover the tools. There are like so many tools that you could use. Like, let's say you want to create videos for your marketing, use Nano Banana. And you want to, let's say, create a little bit of, images, posters for your brand, use Midjourney.
Okay, and you're telling a lot of tools. Will you help us by giving one tool list in the end?
Yes.
Okay, so for people, don't worry. He's going to give you that. Okay,
a list of 50 tools.
Yeah, please give us that.
Works for anyone. So this is layer number 2, productivity layer. Understand your tasks, find the replacement of that tasks with an AI tool. And I'll also tell them how to find this right AI tools and stuff like that. So number 2. Number 3 is about automation. Using AI one tool at a time is understanding tool and using. It's just first layer of expertise. The pro users doesn't do that. They have a workflow of 8 different tools talking to each other and giving you what you want. For example, you could go to ChatGPT, write your YouTube script, and you could go to Suno, create your background musics and stuff like that. You could go to, let's say, one more AI tool to get it edited. And then you could go to one more AI tool to get that thumbnail done in Nano Banana or something like that. So you're using 4 tools and prompting your, directions every time and taking decisions in 4 different tools. What if you go build one automation layer where you say, I need a video on this. It will create the story, it will create the script, it will create the voiceover with AI, it will create videos for your video, for your entire video, the B-rolls and stuff like that, and it will edit to you, and it will do everything. All you have to take is 4 decisions in between without touching any other tool or prompting heavily there.
So you work on the automation to ensure that all the 4 things you spoke about work seamlessly, and the output comes.
Yeah.
So most people don't go to that layer at all. Okay.
2 tools to do that: make.com and N8N. So this is the place where you could literally connect 80 different AI tools to get 2 to 3 tasks that you want without ever opening 80 different AI tools. There are so much of complex tasks that a businesses do that you could literally create a workflow once and then this workflow runs automatically every time. This could be used in your sales, your marketing, in your HR, in your email marketing, all of that.
So you're sounding like magic to every business who's watching here. I'm going to go a little later and ask you every question for every department, okay?
Yeah.
We'll save it like.
Yeah.
So you're saying large language, productivity, then automation.
Yeah.
Next.
Last one, agents. So now the problem with an automation layer in the future, because we humans tend to get lazy, right? You have to decide what AI has to do. The steps while talking to each tool has to be defined. Okay, now you get the scripts, use this prompt to go to this video generator and generate videos. This is what you're giving. AI agent, you say nothing. You do whatever you want. I am giving you laptop. Just build it for me. I need a YouTube video on this particular topic. I'm not deciding anything. I'm not even connecting anything. I'm not even writing the prompts or anything. I'm just giving you the task. It has to understand the tools that it has to use, and then prompts it has to type and do everything for you. That's next level.
Which means that agent will do the 4 things which you said. It will go find the 4 things.
Yeah.
It will also do the automation of fixing the 4 things.
Yeah.
And giving the output the way you want.
Exactly.
So that's the use of agent.
Yeah.
So that's
agent.
level 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And agents can work for 30 hours non-stop. There are tools right now.
We have
where
24 hours. How does 30 hours come?
No, it will work beyond 24 hours.
Okay,
It's
that's
like a
what you meant.
stretch of 30 hours.
Okay.
Let's say there is an AI agent with Claude. You could code, you could say, I need this. It could write code for 30 long hours. And just to keep this in perspective, human, let's say, writes 10 lines of code in a minute. This writes 1,000 lines in a minute. Even at the pace of 1,000 lines a minute, it could code 30 hours straight. Non-stop. What used to take probably 3 years could be done in 30 hours with just one prompt and 5 decisions in between. That's it. Like you could literally clone Book My Show, Ola, Uber. The code as a leverage is gone. You could literally open any vibe coding tool like Bold.new or Claude.
Can you tell me what do you call it?
Vibe coding.
What is vibe coding?
So vibe coding is a productivity tool again in the productivity layer where you are saying, I need a tool like Ola. Or I have the UI UXs of every screen of my app. Just create the code of it. It will create a working app deployed for you to test and scale it to masses.
So anybody watching this episode, if I have a competitor who's got a great app,
could clone it in like 30 hours.
That's it.
By
giving the right prompt.
Take screenshots of each screen of their app, put it there. That's it.
And I can customize it the way I want.
With your colors.
With colors, with my branding, and it's a up and running app.
Any website, any app could be super complex. Would be unbelievably in depth. Front end, back end, data. Data structures, everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to get scared or get happy hearing to this. Okay. So that's where so that's the fourth one. Agent.
Fourth one. That's all. So you basically you have to have the tools to master the world of AI. Without the tools, there is nothing. Correct. So these are the 4 layers of tools. So now the next question is, Avinash, there are like hundreds of tools. I have thousands of tasks. How can I find the right AI tool? So there is a tool called There is an AI for that. Okay. So this is like a search engine. You give your task. It will give you all the AI tools rated by other peers, properly with reviews. You could sort it by more reviews, more ratings, like just like we order it in Myntra, Amazon or whatever. You find out 3 or 4 top AI tools best rated, test it, use it, and finalize the top 1 tool for the task for rest of your day or year or whatever.
Okay, so I just need to go there, search, put what I want and figure out what is there, take the top 3, research, use it, and whichever works for me, continue. That's the way you do it.
So now, even deep. Avinash, I got the tool, but I don't know how to use the tool.
Yeah.
I can't just discover there are very complex tools also.
Right.
And there is a tool for that. The tool name is Google AI Studio. Let's say you open a tool. Let's say Gamma makes presentations. So you open Gamma and then open this tool and share your screen like you share it in the Zoom. It will tell you click here, click there, do this, do that, just like someone sitting you and teaching you. How this happened? This Google AI Studio read the entire UI UX design books and is predicting where will this feature be. And it is so nice with all the data that it was fed with, like thousands of apps, like thousands of engineers sat down, opened thousands of apps and fed this AI on like how this entire frameworks of this UI UX works. And now it could literally, you open any complex app, you say the goal just through voice, not even text. It will guide you and it will give you the arrow also. When I say this button, this is here.
Okay.
So now you don't even have to learn the tool.
Learn also. Okay. Yeah. Just ask and it'll tell you what to do, what not to do, where to go, all that stuff.
So now how did I go all of this? Normal people don't know, like there is search engine for it. They discover it through Instagram reels and stuff like that. Because we are more conscious and we have a little bit of clarity, my team were able to ask right questions to ChatGPT and discover this. So this is how quality of work that you could do if you're more conscious about yourself and ask right questions.
So that's why you put spirituality as first.
If you're more spiritual, you're not asking the tool, you're asking right questions to the tool.
Okay.
So this is the tool layer.
Okay. So you're done spirituality, you're giving me the 4 layers. Then what do we do now that we know?
Yeah. So now talking to this AI tools, we know this AI tools, but how to talk? That's called prompt engineering and context engineering. In prompt engineering, there are multiple methods of prompting, but I'll tell you one prompting method that will work for 99% of use cases for almost everyone here.
Okay.
That is called meta prompting. Whenever you write your task, ask AI, ask me every question that you have in your mind to give me the best possible answer. So now AI is asking you every question to get the task in the best quality possible. You just give answers and it will do the work for you.
So that's a prompt you ask.
That's the prompt.
Based on the task you have.
You write the task, just give a space and just ask this one question.
So it will give you the questions.
It will give you the questions. Yeah.
Okay. So the consciousness also you're helping. Your spirituality also actually helping, right? Okay, great. Okay. So that's the prompt engineering.
That's the prompt engineering. It used to be very complex now, like complex in the past. Now we've pretty much distilled to one extra question and that's it. This is called meta prompting. That's all.
Okay, that's a good start for everyone.
And there are like for that 1%, 2% use cases, we have like hundreds of prompt engineering techniques that we could use, but it will just be super technical if it.
So for somebody watching who's just started ChatGPT or anything, you're saying first is again spirituality, have clear clarity. That's the most key because then the 4 layers which you taught us about, and this one meta prompting which you told us.
And then context engineering is the second thing. What is context engineering? If you are a business owner and you are going to a consultant that is, let's say, asking you $1 million an hour, and you probably make $10 million, $100 million a month kind of a thing, you will go to a consultant with the kind of information that you don't want to you will have so much information. Any question that he asks or she asks, you make it and give it to them, right? Okay. That's the kind of information that you have to give as a prompt in a document to ChatGPT every time that you ask any question about your business. 7 departments, how much money you're making, how much money you're losing, what is working, what is not working, who are the people that is working, what is the salaries of these people, what is the strategy that you're playing. Every single data point that you could collect out of your business and put it in a Google Doc. And we'll also give them the formats of context engineering so that people can just fill the form and get their entire business in a prompt. If we could summarize your entire business in so much depth and put it in a Google Doc and give it to ChatGPT as a project and ask every question to ChatGPT in that particular project itself, the level of answers that it gives you with the context that it has about your business, amazing.
Okay, so Avinash will stop here, pause it here because you've thought a lot, but let's talk for business owners here. This is step number 1, right? For any business owner. If they can just do this, their understanding of data numbers, I think ChatGPT will mind blow them, right? What it can give. So that's a good start for it. Just put everything data, you're going to give the format anyway, and load it to ChatGPT. Then ask your questions. Then the data, what it can throw at us, it's mind. Okay, go ahead. Okay. So that's what engineering you called it? It's called?
Context engineering.
Context engineering. You taught us prompt engineering and this is context
engineering.
Okay.
So, and ask your entire team to follow this context prompt. Like give this prompt as a thing. And of course, you could also, there are techniques where you could hide in all the data. Your model knows about it and no one knows the prompt behind that model.
Which means you put the data so everybody knows it. Even your team won't know what data you're putting, but they can use
that prompt. That model, that entire model. So in the backend, that model knows your prompt as a context prompt. It will be having it in the backend. Your team in the front end doesn't know the prompt, but they get the better answers because they know the business, and you give access to team this model to everyone in your team.
Okay,
so it's little. Should be a little engineered, but it's not very technical. Could be one day job for someone who understands AI.
Which means a business owner can put this data and tell his team to really use it. Not every team will get to see what data was fed in, but they will get better answers because ChatGPT or whichever engine you're using knows everything and gives you the right answers for you. Brilliant. So you taught us the
2 steps are done, the framework. Now we have the 3rd step. One thing AI can't be is passionate. If we can follow our Swadharma, that means understand what we truly love and what we are truly passionate about and follow our passion. Because you're spiritual and equipped with AI, even if you go draw sand dot on a beach, you make money. Because you know how to market and you know how to go to the depth of possible, what's possible in the sand art. And when you know to that depth, you could teach people and everything goes viral. Like if you have depth and social media marketing with AI, all of that. Essentially, AI can't be passionate. And if you could be spiritual, passionate and understand AI to use for good in your own way, nothing like it. So that's the third step. Just understand and follow your passion. Understand what you love, understand what people want, understand how can you impact people while following what you love. And then that's Swadharma.
Okay, can you just give us a quick, again, run through on the framework, all 3 steps?
Simple. Feel more of the world and see more of the world through spirituality and consciousness. Do more with AI and then go all in with your passion. That's it.
So these are 3 broad ways how you have to see the
whole thing. So forget about AI. Even if quantum computers comes in, humanoid robots comes in, dystopia comes in, utopia comes in, whatever happens in the world, I think this is a bulletproof strategy that everyone could stick and then teach their kids and teach their parents, whoever it is, to understand these 3 things: spirituality, AI, and Swadharma.
So the first 1 and 3 is inside you.
Inside.
So that's the key. You need to work on yourself, which is very, very critical. That's where personal growth, all the rituals all come into play. So 1 and 3. Now the 2, can you go a little deeper on the 2? Now you told me the 4 steps, right? Can you go a little deeper? So for us to understand, for someone who's just starting, how do I get started now? What do I do?
Simple. Let's say there is a framework that I gave, right? Like, 4 layers.
Large
language model. In 7 days, they have to finalize their large language model.
Which means use whichever you want. Try
all the tools.
All the
prompting techniques I've just told. Just meta prompting to be specific. And finalize your large language model. Number 1. Done.
Step number 1. Okay. Find whichever you're comfortable with. Done.
In next 1 month, find 5 AI tools that could help in any of your tasks. Done.
That's your productivity.
Which
means whatever you want to get done, find 5 tools. In 1 month, you need to figure out which 5 works for you.
Amazing. That's all. Number 2. Number 3. Understand what is make.com. You don't need to be technical about it. It's just automation. You have 5 AI tools. Let 2 or 3 of these tools talk to each other and build an automation on top of it using make.com or N8N. So you are probably by this step, you're 99% into AI. You're on the top 1%.
Okay. Any layman with zero knowledge can do this?
Yes. Because I told Google AI Studio, they could open make.com and share the screen and ask how to build an automation. This is the goal. This is the app I have to connect, and they'll do it. And they have pretty much free, credits for all the tools that I was just talking about.
Okay. So that's the third step.
Third step.
Okay. The last one which you thought about
is AI agents. Little complex. I don't recommend to the beginners who are less than 1 year's experience, 1 year experience. There are a lot of AI agents they could, dig in. Like ChatGPT has its own AI agent, and Comic is the AI agent browser for Perplexity. Just go to that tool I told, the search engine. There is an AI for that. Ask for AI agents. It gives you a list of AI agents for your category. Try everything. Probably this could be a goal. 1 year. 5 AI agents for you.
Okay, that's a good one to look forward for. Okay.
Yeah.
But even if they don't do the 4th step, the 3 steps will really help them to get started.
They will double their package, they'll double their business just by doing these 3 things. And
irrespective of who they are, whether you're working professional business, at least minimum double in 1 year is possible.
Definitely.
That's a good goal to go for, Avinash. Really good goal to go for.
Yeah.
The framework you taught us right now, it's for anyone, right? Anyone can use the framework, and the way you said it, even if I'm somebody starting now, the framework works. But I want to dig a little deep for business owners, right?
Yes.
You said it's going to really work like magic for business owners, but can we work on every area of business? Let's take for sales. Okay. Can you suggest us tools which we can use? Any 2 tools which we can use for sales, which can really help us grow?
Amazing. So we could use something called make.com or N8N and create an automation where AI will call all the people, 2 minutes of conversation, 10 minutes per minute, or 5 rupees per minute, or 10 rupees per minute. It costs you that much. You have a 2 minutes conversation, qualify the lead, and humans talks to the qualified lead.
Which means you can have an AI calling.
AI calling to tens and thousands of leads which are in your database, and humans will only call to the people with most intent.
Okay.
Right? Automation number 1. Automation number 2.
This AI voice will be like whom?
Like anyone. Like you want it to be the founder's voice, it could do, or you want to be the employee's voice, it could do. And it will not sound AI. It will sound like human only calling you, and they'll not even realize until you give you give it out.
So it can work so well that it looks like a human, and it can also automate and work in such a way that it can call the tens and thousands of lead. And one more step layer, the qualified lead from that can go to your real sales team.
Okay. If you're in India. If you're in US, another AI tool can do that also.
Okay.
But the only reason I didn't recommend that in India is the talent here is a little affordable, and in US you have to pay $100,000. Here you get talented person probably for $20,000 also. So AI costs more to have a 60 to 120 minutes conversation than a human in India. But in US, a different AI tool can actually have a amazing conversation in the second call with probably 80% of less price, and it can sell Teslas and $100,000 insurances, all of that also with the 60 minutes call.
Are these things actually happening right now?
AI sold multiple Teslas already in US right now, and multiple big billion-dollar deals, and we are giving it to big billion-dollar companies, and AI is calling and selling insurances, AI is calling and selling the services, all of that. It's there, it's working right now.
And for the user who's talking to them, he's actually thinking he's talking to a human person. Because it's responding to the way you're speaking, right?
Yeah, and especially appointment booking, you get hundreds of calls to buy like a spa appointment, to book something, right? So these are like, and you have to have 3 people that cost you $50,000 a year. You have only 1 person, and 2 people's job is done by AI, and AI will cost you probably $20,000 a year, and you're saving $100,000.
So for Indian context, you're saying at least step number 1, qualify your leads.
2 minutes qualify, and then get to the real salespeople.
Okay.
And then real salespeople talk, right? Have a conversation. Who is verifying those calls? Who is auditing those calls? Who is giving feedback to every single call? AI could transcribe, maintain a central database where last week, this is your numbers. This week, these are your numbers. These are the problems. The framework that company gave, you're not following here. And while they are on the sales call on the Zoom, they will have another app where you should actually ask this question now. You should say this now. All of that happening right now.
Which the AI can give the prompt to the salesperson who's doing the call, right? Based on this, ask this, right?
Yeah. And after the call, monthly, weekly audit data, numbers, how you're compared with other people, all of that could be given to each individual. And they could get on a call with AI and have a mock conversation and improve their sales skills and get to the next call. And companies could say, if you don't reach 80% quality, you have to do mock calls with AI until you reach 8 quality before you get to the lead. Even the best salesperson, when they go doomed, sometimes they might have a bad month, they have to practice until they get to the, that momentum, and then they get to the AI. Like this, we could add 100 features. Essentially, the AI sales, it's like AI sales manager, managing team of 100, 200 sales team and giving the leads, understanding each one. And let's say a lead is from, let's say, Orissa, and you have someone from Orissa. It understands the lead is from Orissa, and we have a BDA with this kind of thing from Orissa, and give this Orissa lead to the person who speaks Odia. Okay. Like that. It could do lead distribution also. It's like a sales manager. So this is a second use case for sales.
Okay,
these two solutions itself.
It'll save tons of time and money and energy. Tons, right?
Yeah.
So one is lead qualifier and one is a sales manager kind of system where you're not only auditing the calls, you're teaching the salesperson how to do it, also helping him do through the sales process.
Yeah.
It is mind-blowing. Okay, that's sales, right? Okay, you're going to give the links for that, right? Everything you're going to give, right? You're going to give the links to these tools also?
These tools, yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Now let's go to marketing, the key one. Everyone loves, wants to know, right? Everyone wants to learn. Marketing.
Oh, we do this for Perplexity. Perplexity, we do 1,000 ads per month in every Indian language. And they usually brands spend probably 50,000 rupees to a lakh for a 90 minutes or 60 seconds commercial.
Correct.
I could do that probably with 500 rupees to 1,000 rupees right now, including the cost of talent. It could be you in front of Taj Mahal talking about anything, whatever the setting that you want, whatever the face that you want, whatever you want to talk, you could literally create cinematic level production quality with AI and create your ads that will stand out. Everyone is just talking in front of camera, sitting on a chair or, on a table. And you are right now showing the world and talking to them like lifestyle, like a vlog. And that will stand out. You could literally save all the time and all the money that you're going to spend on creating ads. We gave this to Perplexity. We gave this to multiple Fortune 500 companies. People can't even figure out that it's AI generated.
Okay, that's the first one in marketing. Which means you can generate high quality ads
Ads
using AI
that could convert.
That could convert storytelling, everything, right?
Everything. You use ChatGPT with amazing consciousness to create great story and then put that story into, Google VO3. That's the tool that we use to generate multiple clips, jot it down and give it to the editor and it's done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How long does an ad take to create? If you know what you want.
2 hours.
That's it.
Yeah. And I'm talking about something that takes 2 months for a team of 4 or 5 people to do is now being done in 2 hours.
Okay, that's a big one in marketing. Anything else in marketing?
People spend crores of rupees and millions of dollars on ads, Facebook, Google, and all of that. There is an AI tool where you could put your Facebook ad account, link all of your ad accounts, and you could prompt, what are the optimizations that I have to do? Which ad creative is doing me the best? And you should just talk as if there is a person sitting and doing the work for 30 minutes and giving you answers. So it will give you all the optimizations. Even before you ask, it will suggest, but you can still have a conversation and start. And according to the metrics of the company, it is saving 10 to 15% of the ad cost by these optimizations. So if you're spending 1 crore, you're saving 10 lakh rupees just by optimizing AI and create ads with that. It will even generate even more, better lead costs and revenue.
It's basically, I connect my Meta and Google ad accounts to it.
Yeah.
And all my social media channels, and it will tell me what I can do better to optimize.
Yeah.
I can also ask questions.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And that alone will save us 10-15%.
10-15% of the marketing. And marketing is the biggest expense in almost every single company after employees. Right? And there are hundreds of use cases in marketing. Like you could use tool like HeyGen, create social media content. You could use InVideo to edit your videos. You could use tools like Minter to understand all the analytics of your social media, put it into Claude, and Claude understands every post of yours with the watch time and suggest you at a macro level what word is working, what line is working, what line is not working, and all of that, because you give script and all the analytics of each script to the Claude. So
it's mind-blowing, man. What can happen is crazy. Okay, now tell me, now we've did sales and marketing.
Yeah.
Tell me HR.
AI could analyze resume and prepare a set of questions, get on a call on Zoom or any preferred platform, have an initial conversation and select the candidate or reject the candidate and get to the second round. Same AI asks technical questions, and the last, probably the founder or head of HR asks only the last few questions, which is fitment questions.
Okay, pause. What you just said was, I just need to feed in the resumes.
Yeah. And that resumes, you don't need to feed the resumes also. LinkedIn AI is there. You say, these are the people I want. It gives the resumes. It gives you all the resumes.
Which means you'll search from LinkedIn. People who want
LinkedIn,
that.
Naukri, connect the API to this thing. That's it. One time work. Every time you need someone, you click, these are the people that I need. The profiles will come and then the interview process happens. 2 days later, you say 6 profiles, just interview and we got to go.
So it shortlists from the resume, it will do the first call.
Yeah.
And if you have a technical thing which you already ready, it will do the technical round and give you the final output.
And it has IDE inbuilt in it. That means you can ask the code and people who are on the other side cannot open any window. They have to write the code then and there. Okay. And it understands the image of your eyelid also to a level.
No, it's not. You're looking anywhere else.
You're looking anywhere else.
You can't fake it, basically.
You can't fake it, basically, yeah. So your entire HR is done. And of course, in the HR operations, you will have multiple chatbots in the company. Any question someone has, they'll directly come to the chatbot and ask, hey, I need leave. Can I approve it? We'll ask your performance 6 months, say is good or bad. And all the HR ops could also be automated with one chatbot.
Avinash, I'm going to make you stay for 2 more days here, learn everything, sit with every department of mine and really, really automate, man. What you're telling is mind-blowing. Seriously, I can't even understand how that works. So that's for
Thanks
HR.
a lot.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. Huh? That's for HR. Okay. Now for R&D.
Yeah.
How can it help?
So essentially you have the context prompt we've told, right?
Yes.
With this context prompt, every month, every week, you just ask, these are the problem statements that I have. How can I solve? Imagine yourself as a McKinsey $100,000 consultant. And it will just do R&D. It will do the competitive research for probably hours together, days together, and give you the exact strategy to implement. It will read 10,000 sources in that 2-3 days that human takes a whole year 10,000 articles, watching 10 different, let's say documentaries, reading 20, 30 books, all of it. It will do all of this work and tell you this is what it's working, this is what it's not working, and all of that high level strategy. Not like at a macro level, like we know the funnel 99 versus 0. 99% of the businesses don't care about that micro stats. They are good with that.
Yeah.
They want, now I'm at 100 crores, I want to go to 10,000 crores.
Yeah.
What's the thing? It will give you a year by year plan, everything like that. So entire R&D is just 2-3 prompts away if you have the right context engineered prompt.
And when you say context engineered, I put every single data point
of the business in a Google Doc with the graphs, everything.
Whatever you have, just put it.
Everything. Yeah. Including the money that you spent on this candle, everything. It will know that you have a candle. And anytime you ask any candle related question, it asks, you already have the candle. Why the hell you want a new candle? Go search for that candle and put it there. That's the kind of answers it will prompt to that other person. The procurement manager don't know that we have a candle. Maybe the previous procurement manager would have done it. Maybe it's not updated. It understands everything. It's like a CEO dashboard or CEO level information given to AI.
Brilliant. That's for R&D. Okay, now let's go to operations.
Yeah. Customer service, let's say, you could create an email automation and give a chatbot or WhatsApp automation where anything customer, like if we can sell, if AI could sell, it could also solve the problems, right? So it could get on a call, it could get on a chat, email and reply to every question that you have on email, WhatsApp or a chatbot. That will save almost 80 to 90% of your customer rate. And let's say if someone is not satisfied, after sending the initial answer with AI, 15 minutes later, we'll say, are you satisfied? If they rate below 6 or 7, a human person then goes to the track. Otherwise, human doesn't go. Yeah.
So you can automate through, for complete user experience can be enhanced by automating through AI.
Yeah.
Okay, that's for
operations. And there are multiple things that you could use. All the very monotonous work could be automated with make.com. Any task that you are in the operations, which is monotonous mostly, could be automated with make.com. You'll figure out a couple of AI tools and you kind of connect these 2-3 AI tools and complete the task without a lot of human intervention.
Okay. For a business owner, this is just music to our ears, man. Seriously. Now, you told me about sales, marketing, but I think technology is very important for any business owner. For technology, how can we use?
2 amazing tools. Number 1 is Cursor, and Cursor and Bolt, same category. That's called vibe coding. Whatever you want. It's just couple of prompts away to build it with Cursor. Like could be most complex apps. You know the right strategy. 2 main prompts. And then you guide, hey, I didn't like the button color. So you're like, just guiding at a very macro level. All the micro things could be done by, that itself. So 100-member technical team is now distilled to 2 to 3 people. Backend one, frontend one, and database, DBMS, all of that, 1 person. That's it. So probably 5 years, 10 years down the line, hardly 20 to 30 developers is what a company needs for most of the companies. And 90% of the code will be written by AI in like 10 years. So vibe coding and automation. If you could combine automation and then vibe coding together, automation is make.com and N8N, all of your in-app automations also, you don't need very complex stuff. Like, you could just, a developer could just use make.com and do all the in-app automations, and development of the app in itself could be done with bold.new and all of that. And there are multiple tools to particularly test this code if it is safe or not. So you build the entire code in one app, and there is one more app to test if it is secure enough for me to deploy.
Okay.
So in this combination, you could complete the app and use make.com for any in-app automations and stuff like that.
Now tell me, Avinash, because by the data you're sharing and telling what is possible, all these big IT companies, employees, what will happen?
Yeah, Infosys.
Yeah, all the big ones,
all
right?
The big ones.
What will happen?
Yeah, that's where I'm concerned about, right? Like, are we building upskilling systems in the country that is enough to replace that, to kind of migrate this 4 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 8 lakhs, junior employees.
Don't have jobs, right?
Yeah. And then we can't say on the humanitarian grounds, let's keep them. The problem is, if one company says, I will keep them on the humanitarian grounds, the other company says, I don't give a damn about it. I will delete and show more profits, and share market mein, everything, stock market.
He'll also follow. We know you can't hold that.
Yeah.
So this is going to happen. Humans are going to be replaced by AI, which is already happening. It's going to happen much more faster. So the people who are working has to figure out something else. What do you suggest? What's your advice for people working and listening to this
framework?
Follow the framework.
Follow the framework.
As
So that way you could, if not coding, you'll do something. You'll make money. You have passion. You are more conscious about yourself, and you are more spiritual, and then you understand AI. And we'll also talk about the opportunities that we have.
Yeah, we have to talk about opportunities. So you're saying for people watching this podcast, this is where the world is already going. If you're not aware, please wake up. Now it's time you really, really, really use AI as a co-pilot and start your journey now. Or else you're going to be redundant. You're going to be a dinosaur. Okay. Now tell me how governments can use AI. Let's talk about that.
Before governments using AI, firstly, they have to do certain things to make this safe and sustainable for next 10 decades. Or let's say next decade or two. Number one thing that government should do is mandate spirituality and AI as a subject in every school as soon as possible. Every school, every college.
And when you say spirituality, people should know about them. Is what you're basically saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be consciousness, it could be meditation, it could be yoga, anything that has to do with understanding themselves in depth. Not at a very at a top 1% level, but to a level where they're more conscious about themselves and understand themselves. They have to introduce these two subjects in schools.
Okay.
Number one.
Which class do you think they should introduce this?
I think first standard, say.
Okay, you start them young. You get them started
young. So that, instead of playing games, they build games. Instead of using these apps, they'll build apps. So you might think screen time is increasing. No, it's getting replaced with something more useful instead of playing games and wasting their time. So of course, we're making them spiritual enough to understand how much is too much also at a very early age. First standard. And it should continue. Anything that you have to do with the government education system could be 12th standard, degree, PhD. It should be the common subject that entire country should transform with.
Just one subject, two subjects should always be there.
Always be there.
Irrespective of whatever curriculum you're taking, whatever
that you're doing.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, you should mandate AI upskilling for every working professional and have a talent pool ready with an exam that they have to write. You could be whoever, I don't care. You could be a management employee or a junior employee. You have to take this test as a mandate thing. And these are the 10 recommended courses that you have to follow, the 10 recommended sources that you have to follow to do this test. So entire company, entire country upskills and does the test. And people who pass in this test in a very distinctive manner, government could have a centralized database that it could give this as a service to the other companies, and companies will only hire people who are qualified with the government exam. Good. Just like we have IAS exams, IPS exams, Group 1, Group 2, whatever. The country should have probably a Group AI exam or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the second step. One is put them in school, start them young, and have this pool. Okay.
Yeah, have this.
What else government can do?
Make it safe. Start ISRO-like organization. Number one, start ISRO-like organization for AI. And then introduce policies in such a way that we are having all the upside possible, but with very minimum risk that is there for the country. Yeah. So upside should be to be the best in the world, to make AI to make India the AI capital of the world, like you say. And downside could be a chance of dystopian world by 1 million or 10 million. That means worst things could happen only once in 10 million years.
The probability of it happening is very low.
Yeah, next to negligible.
Yeah.
If you could satisfy that while doing while doing everything that you can to make things better in an upside manner, I think this could be a good solution.
That will be the role of the government. Okay, now that you said that, okay, now let's go to somebody watching this podcast, opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Like, how can they monetize from this AI boom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number one,
tell anyone, which means working professional or a business owner or anyone else, how can they monetize from this AI boom?
Okay. Number one, I think AI automation agency. You learn all of this AI, go to business owner, tell them what I told them, and then say, okay, what do you want? I can give you. Give me money after you see the result. For 2-3 people, then people will come to you. So that's like, you go to a business, make them 1 crore or save them 1 crore, charge them 20 lakhs in return as a freelance consultant or freelancer. That's all. This is AI automation agency. Learn everything I've just said, tell everything I've just said, and just implement everything
Which
you
means
can.
learn the tools, understand how it works. Now use that
Implement.
tools and give a solution to business owners.
That's it. Save them or make them money. And then you make a share of it as a value provider for them as a consultant. Number one. Number two, build an AI SaaS tool. AI is booming. There are large language models building amazing technology. But can you use this amazing large language models and build narrow use cases? Like build a tool to satisfy sales calls, build a tool to make automation, like automobile industry better. Understand the narrow edge cases that big people don't have time to think of. And you go grab that opportunity, develop 10 tools, 20 tools like that in a span of 1 to 2 years. Failed tools will give you experience and successful tools will give you money. That will be generational wealth if it clicks. And all you need is one click out of 20 experiments that you do.
Which means you're saying find micro niches which are pain points, which big ones are not watching, and you go solve it.
Solve it. That's it. And the best part is, you can just do it with these tools itself. You could build AI tools with AI right now.
That's what is happening in the world right now, right?
Exactly.
Every tool is built on an AI tool only.
Exactly.
And it's a small problem which they ignored or they solved it better. That's how it's working. That's the second one. Anything else people can do?
Could be AI consultants. You don't be a person who does it, but tells their internal teams and trains their internal teams to do themselves, but you give them all the
which means
magic.
Avinash who consults people. Technically.
Exactly.
And you can charge a bomb because again you save money or you get the more money.
And do this at big corporates like 500 or not, top 500,000 corporate companies, and you can make a really big buck there.
These are some of the opportunities.
But end of the day, to be successful in the world of AI, it's not about making money, it's about creating value. The more value authentically that you create to the client, the name stays and you make more money there. If you're thinking about how can I make money with AI, you will never make money with AI.
Correct.
If you can think of how can I add extremely great value that they make amazing revenue or save amazing money, so that I cannot fail and it's inevitable that they give me money.
Correct.
So if you have this mindset, you'll succeed faster.
It's by mastering first the framework you gave. That's where the start starts, and then going a much more deeper with the 4 steps, everything you said. Then I know what I can do. Then you choose one of the 3 things, and then you start monetizing.
That's it. 3 amazing. These are like the best. There are small things like writing books with AI, Etsy, all of that, which I think is not a great use of their time.
These 3 things are great ones to go. Okay, Avinash, tell me this. Coaching is going crazy in India. It's going to grow because people really need help. But with this AI boom, what's going to happen according to you?
So any coach, in my opinion, Suren, if they do these 2 things, they'll survive no matter what comes. Quantum computers, humanoids, doesn't matter. Number 1 is giving them physical experiences. So when people have less to do, they crave for more physical experiences, retreats and stuff like that. So if you could engage your community not just in the Zoom room, but in a big auditorium or in a very intimate banquet hall, that will make people not just learn from you, but learn from each other, network, and they be more happy because there is a human touch there. So that's 1. And 2, I think it will become hyper personalized. Education will become hyper personalized. That means you telling the same thing to 100 people at a time might not work 5 years down the line. You have to have an AI tool that talks to people individually with your framework and with the general intelligence of AI and delivers your content in your voice, in your video, and really impact them and give breakthroughs at a one-on-one level. So this is the app that I'm working on. But I think this will be the future.
You mean hyper-personalization?
Hyper-personalization. If you are like, this one-to-many will work for, let's say, Q&As or, some group activities, to build that, the momentum and to give that experience. But ultimately, the majority of the skill learning will happen at a one-to-one level. And there should be an AI tool that does exactly this. So the entire coaching industry is hyper-personalized.
So these 2 things, every coach watching has to really
work on.
On and build accordingly, or else they might become a dinosaur in the future. Correct. Okay. I have a set of myths and facts. Can you tell me this?
Yes.
Okay. First one. AI makes humans lazy.
Fact.
Okay.
I'll explain. So it will make you lazy, but it's good. The laziest people in the world who are also smart finds out the shortcut for the very big problems.
Yeah.
So I think it will make you lazy,
Yeah,
but it's good.
so lazy people only have created everything majorly in this world because they really want to do it fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
The wheel was invented probably by the lazy person to go point A to point B faster.
Okay. AI will take all jobs.
Fact. It will take probably 99% of the jobs, and we have to rebuild the entire job industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's scary, but that's the truth which people have to face. Okay. AI is always unbiased and fair.
No, I think it's a myth. It is biased a lot of times, but unconsciously. It's not consciously giving you answer, but it's unconsciously biased because of the data bias.
Because it's pulling it from data, and the data which is pulling might be biased.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not consciously biased, but unconsciously it might be biased.
Yes.
That's your
and
answer.
It's sometimes probably 2-3% of the times it's wrong also. It gives you wrong information, wrong calculations, wrong strategies, and you have to be conscious enough to understand where it is going in a right direction or wrong direction.
So you can't take everything as gospel
at a face value.
Yeah, you should be a little careful there. Okay.
Careful there,
A is too expensive for small businesses. Myth.
Absolutely not. It's not using AI is too expensive for the businesses.
I agree. Okay. If I use AI, I will lose my originality.
Myth. You will not. If you really use it with great prompts and you ask right questions, and not a lot of people ask right questions, they ask at a surface level, and you will always create more creative content and more strategic content if you're conscious enough to ask right questions.
Okay. You answer this, but anyway, A is always correct.
No. It's not always correct.
That's a myth for sure. Okay. A adoption is a one-time training.
No, of course. It's a daily training. Every day you're training. It's a myth.
Are you still learning AI?
Yeah, every day. Even now I feel I'm tense to sit in this interview and give whatever I have. I still feel I don't know anything.
Okay, that's the vast ocean we're talking about.
Yeah.
Now, done with myths. Avinash, I just want to thank you for what you have done because one, you made me think. I don't know, today I'm going to have a sleepless night for the information overload you're giving. I'm going to bring all my team heads and have a conversation with you to help me in each department. Okay.
Definitely.
So, will you be giving me all the tools which we'll put in the description?
Yes, of course.
Everything we spoke about?
Yeah.
Okay. So, people are going to get a click where they can go to every tool which they can learn and start using. Okay.
100%.
We have two traditions in Greater Than Podcast. First tradition is 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
You don't know what is 3, 2, 1. Can I shoot? Can I ask?
Sure.
Okay. 3 people you're grateful to.
My mother, Siddharth, and you for creating TTT, MTS, that kind of transformed me inside out.
Thank you, Avinash. Okay, that's 3. 2, you are using hundreds of tools. Okay, what is your 2 favorite tools?
Okay.
One is two.
First one is easy. ChatGPT is easy that I use probably from 3 years. I have a lot of context. So ChatGPT is 1. 2, I have to weigh enough. 2 tools I would use is Notebook LLM. The second one is Notebook LLM. I am not watching podcasts anymore. I first put that link of that podcast into Notebook LLM. And I summarize it, see if it is something that is talking to me really, then I'll spend it. 99% of the times it's not. So I'll only watch the top 1% podcast that is really talking to what I need at this point of time.
So what does the tool do?
It summarizes the entire podcast. It transcribes every word and give you the summary of it and top quotes, top suggestions and everything. If it is resonating, I'll listen to the full podcast. Otherwise, I'll not even listen.
So it saves time.
Saves times in watching a lot of content. I could even turn that and like sometimes I go watch very deeply technical research paper and read it. I don't remember everything, right? So then I put this research paper and ask it to create a quiz on that. It will create a quiz on that and ask it to create a YouTube-like video on the research paper that I read. It will read that research paper, create a YouTube-like video just for me with the voice, with the video, with the slideshow, everything in 15 minutes. So I kind of convert every research paper which is deeply technical and ask it to explain as if it is 15-year-old, as if I am 15-year-old. So I'm getting things easier that way. Every research paper.
Today, learning is so easy, man. Right? It's really easy. Yeah. Wow. Okay. The one reason why Avinash wakes up every morning.
Yeah. Initially, 5 years back, it is to give money to my dad, 40 lakhs of total debt. And now I've reached a point where I got almost all things that I need in life, materialistically, good watches, car, home, all of that. Um, right now, what's driving me is to let people know how dangerous AI could be if you don't use it in a nice way, and make everyone understand, while telling the risks, also make everyone understand the potential of it, so that AI will be the hub that world looks at when we talk about AI. There are Americans creating large language models. There are other countries creating the tools using the large language models. But who is educating them on all of these use cases? Not a lot of them. And this is more as important as building that, because Google is a vast tool that we could use for so much. And we still, even now, after 20-25 years after launching, we still use it 1 to 2% of maximum extent of Google. And if I could be a person where I educate the world from India on to use AI in a better way and transform billion lives throughout this process in the next 10 years, I think I served my purpose on the planet.
That will be amazing, Avinash. All my very best wish for you to live your purpose and make a massive difference. Your final greater than message to the people watching this podcast.
I believe you are greater than what you believe you are. There is a genius in you that you just have to unlock, asking right questions and becoming more conscious about yourself. If you could literally be more conscious, use your intuition and ask right questions, use AI and follow your passion, nothing can stop you, and you will rediscover the new you during this process. You will become the person that you're proud to be if you follow the framework and implement it religiously.
Thank you, Avinash. I think this episode, what you shared, the depth of knowledge, the depth of what is possible.
Yeah.
I think it's really opened up my mind personally, and everyone watching, I'm sure it's done the same thing. So thank you for being here.
Thanks.
And I'm going to call you again 1 year later because you're going to give me a complete different upload on what is happening.
Yeah.
And we'll see where the world is. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in Greater Than Podcast. Thank you for staying till the end. This podcast is about helping you shift perspectives, push your limits, and take steps that actually move you forward. Just remember that you're greater than anything life throws at you. I am Surendran Jayshekhar signing off. We'll see you again next Friday at 8 p.m. Until then, love yourself. Don't take life too seriously. Live a life of meaning and purpose.